Testing. 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 Alright, and hello and welcome back to another episode of PUBG. Thanks for coming back. Hey William, glad you're doing well. Looks like it's going to be a pretty good Friday, hopefully. So let's go ahead and get this switched over. Going to be back on the test server, back in Miramar. I believe they've switched it back over to just testing that map. If nothing else, we might end up going to EVGA again, the first map. But in the meantime, we are going to jump into this. The tunnels that I refer to in the subject there is a place that I've heard of recently and been testing it out, and it just seems to be a little bit unknown, but there's a pretty good amount of loot, so we will definitely check that out. Yeah, 82 subs. We've been growing very quickly, and I've been really excited about that. In fact, I don't have everyone who's joined, but I do have a couple. I actually have 3 that have joined since the last stream, so I'll go ahead and replay those. We've got Jakari. Thank you for joining the squad. We've also got Sinakas. William, you might recognize some of these people. They have probably most of the ones that I've had in the last week or so joined because of you and your stream and your support, so I really appreciate that. So that was for Sinakas, and then we've also got Keegan. Thank you for joining. We've got that one in the stream as well. Should be coming up here shortly. There we go. Really appreciate you guys, and can't help but throw this one back up there from Panda last time we played some PUBG. The $5 Australian dollar donation. Donation. That was a huge boost to the last stream. I was excited, kept me going, got me pumped up. So thank you so much, Insomniac Panda. Hopefully we'll see you guys out here in this stream as well. But let's go ahead and get the game started. Right now we are kind of been playing an average game so far. The last few times I've played it, but we'll have some fun with this, especially with having the chat going. So let's go ahead and jump straight into a solo match and see what we can get ourselves into. I love the 1 minute wait, although it still isn't that bad. It's compared to a lot of games, but once you get used to that minute wait, it feels like it takes a long time. That's okay. I don't blame Tasha for sleeping. I wish I was. That wasn't really an option for me. In fact, here in the next couple hours, I'll have to be getting ready for work, dropping off the baby for some daycare, and working the rest of the evening. So, one of those typical days, I guess. But it's Friday, so at least there's that. Yeah, that's normal. someone running in the air, just briefly. Alright, so we're starting out on the east side, heading west. Looks like we're down the south. Perfect. We'll actually be lined up pretty close to where those caves are that I've been mentioning. And we'll go ahead and zoom in on it. It's going to be south of Los Leones. And you'll see this like wishbone-shaped design here. And right there is an entrance, and right there is an entrance. And yeah, this will be perfect. So we'll go ahead and just set the marker right there. Start off this stream real quick with what we're looking for. We'll try to find some other hot loot areas, but we'll go ahead and jump out right now. And start flying south. It's winter. I guess we should be flying south. Go ahead and kind of scan the area. I've noticed since being on the test server that it's harder to see people dropping. There we go. You see a couple of them over there. But you don't really see them dropping quite as much. Even when they have the parachute out, it can be a little harder to see them. Now, that town is full of people. My hope is that this area will follow its normal trend, if I get there, and we won't have much activity, but we'll be just outside of this town. So it'll give us a good position to loot up, and then then drive around, get into town, and be ready to take some people out. Yeah, you can see that there's no one down here. Completely quiet. We'll hear shooting momentarily from the city, but we won't be one of the targets. And here's one of the entrances right here. Kind of looks like the bunker from Grand Theft Auto a little bit. I've seen some of that in William Gates' streams. Kind of makes me think of it. Look at that first thing. We drop in, we get an SKS with 30 rounds and a suppressor for an SMG. I mean, we're already ready to fight someone if we had to. That just doesn't happen in a lot of places when you drop in, especially a place that doesn't have a lot of people. So, no complaints there. Level 2 vest. Here we've got a micro Uzi, a shotgun choke. I'm going to go ahead and leave that for now. But what do we have here? We got more stuff up on top. Looks like a Mini 14. People love that gun. There we go. Now, 2 sniper rifles. Not exactly ideal, but we'll grab it. And be as ready as we have to be for what we find. This could work out if we end up finding some scopes. We could have 2 snipers at a distance. And the Mini 14 fires pretty quickly, so it makes for a decent mid-range weapon. There we got an extended quick draw mag. Another level 2 vest, 194. So you can see a lot of weapons down here, not a lot of people. Right now, this is probably one of my favorite places to drop. I'm sure it will get busy as people start to discover it, and this kind of stream will be the place that they discover it at. But, you know, I know that people are going to find it anyways, and, you know, if I can help people out by showing where it's at, yeah, maybe that'll bring some more attention to the channel and be able to help some people out in the process. So it works out well. Just kind of cruising around here, still checking the loot. There's a couple level 1 backpacks. I've walked out of here with a level 3 vest and a level 2 helmet in the same initial drop once. So definitely worth checking out. This isn't actually the end of the tunnel. This is just this is the other entrance, excuse me. But it's not the end of it. There's also a catwalk up above that you can get onto. There's that entrance that we came through, but there's also this one over here. Well, and I should not skip anything here. We've also got random stuff spread out throughout the facility. But we came in the entrance over there, went through that doorway, came out there and went out the door. If we go this way, oh, we got more. Got an M16. I'm going to swap that out for the Mini 14. Personal preference. Here's a level 3 helmet right there. Level 2 vest, level 3 helmet. We're geared up. This is starting out perfect. The only thing you have to hope for... There's another level 3 helmet. 2 level 3 helmets sitting side by side pretty much. I've not actually seen it that good, so there you go. Perfect example of what to look for and what you can expect out here. That's huge. That's... wow. I don't think I've ever seen 2 level 3 helmets sitting next to each other anywhere in either map. Alright, so we've got a Got a holographic sight. Not too much for zoom yet, but not bad. Better than nothing. And looks like level 2 backpack, Molotov cocktail, some 9mm ammo that I won't need right now. I'll go ahead and show you the catwalk. I've never actually seen any items on it yet, but I suspect that might be something they include to try to encourage people. But in the meantime, if you happen to drop in here and know that someone's coming in pretty quickly, you can walk across this catwalk and, you know, kind of sneak around up here. Who's going to expect you to be up on top of this railing, for example? Good places to hide. Watch people coming into the entrance there. You know, something to check out. Let's go ahead and drop down. Try to get in. I hate leaving that level 3 helmet there. It's just too good. Maybe, you know, actually what I'm going to do is drop this level 3 helmet in a place that someone's not likely to look, if they ever do make it over here. Now we're outside the circle, and the circle will be moving soon, so no one will likely come over here. Just again, it gives you an example. This circle, this particular cave, it gets left out. There's so much stuff here that gets ignored on a frequent basis. So definitely, if you're looking for a place to drop in that won't get you killed immediately, but get you some good gear, not bad. There's my loadout as we're leaving just the cave itself. There's also some houses nearby that we could use. But an SKS, an M16, level 3 helmet, level 2 vest, suppressor for an SMG that I didn't end up using, but you could have picked up something like the micro Uzi, for example. Would have been perfect for that, the suppressor. So lots of options. You got houses over there, areas that do not get hit very often. So definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a place to drop in. And I'm sure we'll use this area again later on in the stream. But we'll go ahead and move on. Hopefully we got a vehicle nearby as the circle is moving. But you can see we're not too far out of that first big circle. And there's a VW bus right there. Everyone loves the new vehicles in the game. It's a little bit interesting. It's not my favorite, but you know, my favorite is not the only factor here. With the new vehicles, you've got the bus, you've got the truck, and oh, you know, I'm drawing a blank. There's one other vehicle that I can't recall, but they've upgraded all of the vehicles. Like there's one of the motorcycles. Actually, I'll take that. Not for the protective natures of a bike, but for the speed. So you can definitely see lots of houses, no activity. We dropped into a pretty good place where we could get comfortable, get armed, and get prepared. So, circle's on the other side of town. I'll go ahead and drop down here. Avoid driving through the streets. As long as we don't flip the bike, we'll be good. Alright, so we're just kind of zipping along the western side of the town and the circle. Whoa, that's going to hurt. That's not too bad. Stayed on the bike, that's the important part. Got some shots nearby. That's not good because we're kind of out in the open. But we are in the circle now. When we know to expect some people, at least the survivors from the city, coming out. Hey, Buddha, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. At some point, I need to talk to you about Fussbot. It's being a little bit fussy with me. Hasn't worked quite well enough. Hasn't come up in the chat yet, so maybe sometime we'll talk about that. But I hope you're doing well. You just missed it, actually. We were checking out a new, well, not really, it's part of the new map, but it's a tunnel system, military tunnel that has a lot of good gear that we just went through the whole thing. No one dropped in there. And from my experience, I think I've only seen one person drop in there other than my own team. So, some pretty good gear. Might get some people's attention here in the near future. Oh, that was close. Nice thing is it seems like they've improved. There we go. Perfect. Oh, flipped it. That's not exactly how I meant to... Oh, the bike just hit me. Made me jump. We'll just park my bike up here. No one will notice. Actually, I'm sure everybody will notice that. So what I'll do is... I'll be moving, and then jump off of it, and that will lay it down. Let's see. I don't think there's any way for me to jump back up here, otherwise I'd leave the bike. That might work. I'll jump off the bike anyways. We'll see if I can... Yeah, okay, it's going to be stuck up there. Nice little creative landing, though. Alright. Couple more suppressors for handguns. Don't need those. Wouldn't mind a suppressor for a sniper rifle or AR. Wouldn't mind one in real life either. Alright, still have one of those already. Hey, Buddha, I don't know if you got the chance to see it, but I ended up uploading a new patrol video with a Durango, which is pretty cool, LSPDFR. That was the Durango that I mentioned to you a while back that isn't from a mutual source, but it's definitely a work in progress, but it should be pretty cool when it's finished. I got the skins updated on it and everything. There we go. So, whoops, I didn't mean to drop the SKS. Here we go. So SCAR and an SKS is a pretty good combo. Get this loaded up on some gear. The M16 is a little better for distance, but we've also got the SKS, which is actually a sniper rifle, so it doesn't make any sense not to use it. Let's go ahead and drop down off of here. Gonna end up abandoning... Yep, can't talk. Abandoning the motorcycle up there, but that's okay. Parked it up on the roof. It's a good place for it. Hey, Holden Holden... I don't even know how you pronounce it. Holden, great to see you. Thanks for coming by. If you guys are interested in this game, definitely let me know. Feel free to, like, subscribe, comments. I love reading the comments. If you've noticed, in any of the comments on my videos and streams, I respond to all of them. Assuming that they're... assuming that they're at least semi-appropriate. Yeah, I'm really bad with words. Just notice this door is already open, which means we do have someone close by. Guess I should be paying more attention. I've kind of been running through and talking the whole time. Some 7.62 ammo for the SKS, which is good. I only had about 20 rounds for it. 30 rounds for it. So I tried to cut back the delay a little bit. Hopefully that's working. I dropped it to a medium setting for the latency instead of the one that makes it run a little smoother, but also gives it about a 30-second delay. Let's see here. I'll take a quick look and see what we're looking at for frames just to make sure. Yeah, I don't have any dropped frames, so looks like my CPU's running about 25%. We're at 60 frames. I hear a motorcycle. I think it's off to my east. Doesn't sound like it's coming this way, though. A newer feature that I've seen on... actually, the last time I started up the game is that there will now be a... Oh, that looks like a trap. You don't usually see a first aid kit stuck in a doorway. I don't think I want to go out that door. Delay's not too bad. Perfect. Glad to hear that. I don't want it to be... I would love to have it be real-time, but I don't want it to be impossible to watch, because I know that my internet's not the best, and I've seen what can happen sometimes, so we'll make it work. Well, we're not finding a whole lot of loot when it comes to scopes, but hopefully we don't have too much fighting out here in the desert, because all I have is some holographic sights. I wish I had just woken up. I woke up at about 7:30 because my wife was leaving for work and someone needed to watch the baby, who right now is taking a nap, thankfully. But that was about 3 hours ago. And this map is so open and exposed. So easy to get shot without seeing who's coming after you. And it's really easy to be shot without being able to, or just pass someone without seeing them. It's so much open land. Compared to the first map, the first one's a lot of forested areas and trees and grass. You don't get that here. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, but you know, I'll take it. Actually, it looks like she might be. I've got it's an awesome thing. It's a visual monitor. Basically, not only can I hear when she's making noise, but I can actually have video. And that way, if I hear something, I can at least look and find out if she's doing okay, if she needs anything, without stirring her up even more by walking in there and waking her up. So this is the first time I've been through the mine. Looks like a pretty good sized facility. Would not be surprised if someone's here. Don't think I really need more 7.62. But on the same thought, it wouldn't be such a bad idea to have more ammo. Yeah, exactly. Great technology in that sense. It's a little weird. Kind of a strange concept. Compensator for the SKS, that'll be really useful. Help keep it a little better, keep the recoil down a bit. But yeah, the technology, a lot of the times it's a little excessive or way overpriced. Fortunately, this was a gift, so it's about as accurately priced as I can think of. I mean, this is the best price. Unless the company wanted to send one to me to test it out. Alright, so more weapons, but nothing that I really want to carry. Hey, hold on. Have you played this game at all? I know that the LSPDFR community doesn't really get into this game as much. It's a different style of game entirely, but looking to find some other people that are interested in it and kind of share that interest. Another Uzi with 9mm ammo. Another shotgun. So the nice thing is, it seems like they've really put a lot of weapons into the game. They may not be exactly what you want, or you know, something like that. It may not be the right weapon every time, but at least they give you something to shoot back with, which is better than I can say for previous attempts at this game. Yeah, there's definitely some influence of Call of Duty with just everyone against everyone. And you know, I never thought that I would get into another Battle Royale type of game, because I don't know. I'm not the most competitive out there, so I just get frustrated when I run around for half an hour and die, which, you know, it may happen in the stream. Can't say that it won't. In fact, I can pretty well guarantee it will at some point. Hopefully not every time, though. But I also find, and the best way I've found to look at it is I find the game to be the most, I was surprised, but it's the most addicting and engrossing game. Like, you feel like you have to play one more, in my perspective. but it is probably also one of the most aggravating, frustrating, and, I don't know, rage quit worthy game I've ever played. So it's a bit of a toss-up. I played it long enough that oh, we got some shots nearby. Played it long enough that I really got into it myself, and then about the point where I thought, okay, I've seen the same map now for played it plenty of times. Then I started playing it with other people, which then made it that much more interesting. I was amazed at how just the communication and working together with a team can really encourage the gameplay and really get you back into it again, as if I needed a reason to spend more time on the computer. Definitely not if you ask my wife, which I can't argue with that. So all the shots seem to be off to the north so far, which is where the circle is moving to. In fact, we're going to need to start moving that way as well. We'll jump over here. Yeah, well, I'd like to think the same. Family, not quite so understanding of that. So we'll go ahead and use up both of our boosts here. Energy drink and painkillers so that we can move a little quicker. Because the circle has caught up with us and it will hurt. Yeah, hold on, exactly. 5 hours later, and you know, unfortunately, you may never actually get that win during the 5 hours, which is really kind of frustrating all by itself. So we are coming up to the circle. We've heard shots up here, so we have to be a little careful. There we go. Yep, they're definitely close by. Not that I really need the bandage, but this will help. Oh, no, that actually... The bandages and health kits and everything, except for the med kit, will raise you up to 75%. So if your health is already there... Ah, getting hit. Getting hit. Wow, see... This is one of the reasons I didn't stream this game for so long, because it's probably one of the most aggravating games, like I said earlier. The fact that you can run for half an hour and die. Never saw him coming. Probably came up behind me. We'll go ahead and bring up the kill cam and see where he came from. Kill cam is a new feature. Yeah, he just followed me up the hill. Looks like there was a couple people following me up there. The guy that was shooting up ahead of us was just on the other side of the mountain, according to the mini-map. Yeah. Okay. Not much I can do with that. The circle does force you to keep moving forward. Go ahead and jump out of that. You'd be surprised. She's not quite the makeup and nails kind of person quite as much as most. TV does help. In fact, Netflix has been a huge help, but there's also the level of attention that's needed, and I understand that. You know, sometimes, especially with the fact that she works during the day, I work in the evening. You don't get to see each other for quite a bit of time, so the weekends are very important for that very fact, that you get some time for family. But it is good to get on here occasionally. We'll go ahead and get back into the matchmaking. Well, that's... okay. I can't argue with that. Yeah, I believe it, Holden. So far I have not won on the test server. So the new map is evasive. I got third last night. So close. I had 3 kills. And it came down to the very end pretty much. I had one person off to my left. Actually, it was fourth, because I had one person off to my left hiding behind a hay bale I didn't see, that happened to see me as I was crawling up over a hill. The other 2 were fighting inside the circle, but I was down to that last group, but lost it. So it's the games like that that make you really want to keep trying. But I do have 2 solo wins on the first map, and 1 duo win, working with a coworker of mine. Not really working, but playing with a coworker of mine he's an avid player of this game. He doesn't stream it. I don't think he does a whole lot of recording, but he just got a couple wins last night on the test server. Alright, so we're coming in from the northeast, heading southwest, right there. So what I'm going to do... Oh, it'll be busy. Why not? We'll want to see some action this time around. 7 Days or Empyrean? I have not played either one, but it is really tempting to get another game. Actually, every game that has come up for free that Onyx has been posting, I've pretty much downloaded every one of them so far, since Sanctum 2. Go ahead and jump out here with everybody else. 7 Days I haven't played, I haven't really watched a lot of, but I should check it out. I know you guys have had a lot of fun with it. I think I'd probably get some enjoyment out of it as well. You'd probably watch me run through and die frequently. So this drop here is really close to the center of the flight path. There's a guy right below me that's going to drop into the same place. This is a Hacienda something something. Del Patron. It's basically a drug house. A drug kingpin lives here. The loot is pretty amazing. It's kind of like the military tunnel, except this one gets a lot of attention, and that's because people started using it. The more you use it, the more it gets popular. Hitman Episode 2? Okay, I'll have to check that out. I didn't get much out of the... There's already shots. I didn't get much out of the original. Rubber banding a little bit here. M16, a flash hider, and a quick draw mag. All items I can use. That's perfect. For a first item, that's not bad. Yeah, Hitman, I didn't get much out of the original one off the PlayStation, but that was the original PlayStation, so maybe I'd get more out of that one. I should check that out. So I've got a M16 that's got a bunch of items for it, and a Glock 18, which is they call it a P18C. It's basically a compact Glock 18. Which is fully automatic. And now we've got an S12K, which is an automatic shotgun. So we're not doing bad on loot for this one little building. I didn't get to land where I wanted to. The other set of buildings is much more popular, but as we saw, a bunch of people were dropping in there, so I'll let them shoot it out. That's a good point, Buddha. Holden, where's that at? I'm sure there's some people that would love to download it. Gas can. We got a level 2 scope on an M16. Not too bad at this range. Huh. Yeah, I didn't see that free game pop up either. I kind of want to go over there, but I know that that's like walking into a kill zone. Let's go ahead and jump over this way. We don't have a helmet. We've got a level 1 vest, which won't stop much. From what I understand, it does a fairly good job of protecting. I mean, it'll do a certain amount of damage reduction, but it doesn't last very long, which makes sense. It's not a very protective looking vest. Level 2 backpack and a foregrip that I can't use yet. Stuff like that makes me glad I ran over here. Actually, extended mag will be really good for the Glock. I probably won't use it now that I've got the S12K and the shotgun, or that is the shotgun, with those 2 items, but a 25 round fully automatic pistol is not bad. Yeah, actually, upgrading the vest would make more sense than simply picking up a level 1, 2, or 3 vest. Be kind of nice if they were to include stuff like that. The full release of this game is actually supposed to be this month. From what I understand, maybe the 20th, including Xbox the Xbox One and PC. Unfortunately, for those who use a PS4, they will not be releasing it for it. Let's go ahead and swap that out. Microsoft has kind of locked down everything when it comes to that. Alright, so we are in the circle. We'll kind of loop around and head towards the main compound. Most likely completely cleaned out and probably only 1 or 2 people left alive in it. Which is good and bad. Less people to shoot at you, but also the most decked out person in the entire region of the map. Quick draw mag. So go ahead and put that on there. So by kind of taking the outer side of the map, of the compound, we've avoided all the contact, picked up some things that no one else has been out here for. That electrical box that's shorting out is a new addition to the sounds in this game. Freaks me out every time I hear it. Let's see, that's only a quick draw, so we want an extended quick draw so that we have more rounds, and it also reloads faster. Ooh, 4x scope, that is good. I like those. Really makes a big difference. Flash hider for a sniper rifle. Yeah, it's true. It was a smart decision. They also invested some of their visual, however you word it. Basically, some of the technology they've developed for visual graphics and such, they've included into this game. There's a buggy right there. Makes me think that no one has run through here because usually, well, the door's open though. Buggies are a really popular vehicle in this game, so we'll see. But you can see this place has loot everywhere, even though people have cleaned it out. There's just more than they could carry. It is kind of too bad, even though, you know, personally I don't have a PS4. It doesn't bother me too much that they don't have it, but there's a lot of people who would love to play it that only have a PS4. So it does limit that quite a bit. There's a level 2 helmet. Let's see, did they fix that? Nope. So you can use a zeroing distance option to improve your accuracy. So if I was looking at something that's 200 meters away right now, I could raise the zeroing distance to 200 meters. And what's on my dead center of my target here would be where the bullet would land. It accounts for the bullet drop. Unfortunately, for some reason, the 4x scope doesn't seem to be working, so hopefully they get that fixed on the test server before they introduce it into the main game. There's no reason a 4x scope can't do it if a 2x scope can. I'll just verify that. Oh, actually the 2x isn't working either. Well, the other day it was working fine. The fun of test servers, they're always changing things. Hey Adam, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming by. We really need to get your game figured out because you would love this game. I don't know why it didn't work for you, but I wouldn't completely give up on it quite yet, because I wish I had a better answer as to why it's not working, but hopefully we get that working for you. Well, apparently everyone that was here took off running. We're right on the edge of the map, so they probably went west. Oh, that sucks. I don't know why that is. I know plenty of people that have the game, and it works for them. I haven't seen anything in particular that would cause it not to work. But, short of having someone that has a little more experience with it, I'm not really sure what the best answer is right now. But once it is working, which I'm sure it will, at some point. We'll definitely have to do a stream of it. Doing some duos or squads if we can get enough people. I love that in the test server, and I know this will be implemented into the main server soon, but not only does the vaulting work, which is so much better, that was loud, but they upgraded the audio for stuff like the vehicles, the explosions for the artillery fire. Whoa! Not good, not good. No, no, stop that. The only box in town that won't break. How nice. Good enough. I can't believe I survived that. I'm to heal up fast and hope he's not running over here, which I'm sure he is. Oh, so much for that helmet I picked up. There he is. I see him up on the top of the rock. Not hitting. I thought I was fairly close to him there, so I'm not sure. Thought I was on full auto. Got him. Well, there we go. That was one of my first goals, was just to get a kill in this game before I had to stop streaming. Grab some first aid. Nice of him to bring me a vehicle. Oh, hey, I wanted to take that truck. Come on, camera. There we go. There he is. He's still up by the rock. See roughly how far away that rock is. Should be within about 100 meters, so... Actually, I need to heal up again. Thanks, Holden. That's the first kill of the stream. Okay, he's moving a little bit. Got to keep moving around, try to throw him off a little bit. Unfortunately, he's going to be in the circle still, which is bad for me. He's a really good shot. Really wish he hadn't shot out that tire. Does he have anything left of his vest? Not really, but neither do I. Let's go ahead and swap this out for a little bit. Try to hit him with the Kar 98. Oh, he's moving on me. He must be further away than I think he is. Oh, he's back to the rock again. Because that looked like that should have been dead on. That was close. Yeah, he's definitely using another rifle similar to this one. I may have to try to bail up the hillside. Yeah, apparently I'm not going to hit him, which is frustrating. But it's okay. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there's the rock. And he's a really good shot. I don't know what this is all about. I don't think I can get in my buggy and get out of there before he hits me, especially since I parked up against a truck. He's got me really well pinned down, and I am going to get hit by the circle. Alright, it's official. I can't hit anything. I think what it really comes down to is they need to have that feature to zoom in working, because right now I can't get the numbers right. Circle's moving in on me. I'm going to have to make a run for it, and I'm probably going to get hit. I'd rather run into the blue than to get hit by him, so we'll try this. That actually worked. I'll admit, though, my sniping skills are pretty bad. No real denying that. In this game, especially. Kind of bummed that I had to quickly drop the 9mm to try to survive that fight, but that's okay. Nice thing is we were able to get away from that guy, wrap up around the hill here with some cover. Oh, look, there's some guy sitting in a corner of one of these buildings or something. Yep. That's way off in the distance. One of the ways you can kind of tell is when it's... that's a very good point, Holden. I completely agree with that. One way you can kind of tell the distance there was you'd hear the shot, and then you'd hear it land, and then you'd hear the shot, which is pretty realistic. Unfortunately, that means he's far enough away that... That's what I thought that was. I saw him and I couldn't get the controls controls down. Oh man. I thought he was coming from a different direction. He was not. For the sake of the video, or the stream, we'll go ahead and watch him take me out here. Surprised he didn't get me with that grenade then, because he was looking right at me there. Well, at least he wasn't just staring at me for a long time before I finally died. Okay. Well, we did get a kill, so that's something. A little bit of some intense action. Not only did we get a kill, we survived for a while. We got away from a fight. That's nice. Let's go ahead and put some clothes on. There we go. Overall, not an awful match. I think a match where I get a kill makes me pretty happy, so... And at least... You know, actually, I wonder if that was the same guy that I was fighting at the top of the hill that whole time, because he might have wrapped around the same direction I did, around the circle, to come after me. That would explain where how he kind of knew where I would be. Be my suspicion anyways. Well, it's one of those situations where it really plays on your, I don't know, your emotions, your patience. Like, it will encourage you to make a mistake by trying to get through the situation faster. And honestly, I'm really surprised that I was able to run away from that fight in the first place, because, I mean, he had a perfect position on me. Every direction that I would run would put me in his line of sights. So, just a bummer that I couldn't hit him with anything. Which makes me curious while this is getting ready to drop me in. I'm going to look up and see if... Actually, if one of you guys wants to take a quick look, maybe a 4x scope. What is that? I already forgot the name for it, but the zoom. I'll be able to look at it here when I drop. We're coming in from the south, and it just... Oh, whoa! Whoa! Well, that's different. It just dropped everybody at the same time. It's like flies in the middle of the night. Hot night. People everywhere. Wow. I shouldn't have pulled the chute so soon, but that completely threw me off. The plane just kicked everybody out. The pilot's like, you know what, screw you guys, get out, we're done. I've heard about this glitch happening. It's not supposed to be in the game, but obviously it is. I think I made a mistake, because I pulled the chute so soon that there's people landing already everywhere that I could possibly go to that might have something. So this might be a short one after all. I know someone landed in that facility. There's a little house over here, a little shack, and then I'll try to run towards those houses and hopefully not die right away. Did the plane completely disappear? That would explain it. Oh, there's actually someone right there, too. No way. Alright, fine. Fist fight. So in case you're wondering, jumping and punching does more damage than just standing and punching, which is why everyone does that whole jumping thing, and it's so much more difficult to follow. And I lost. You know, usually I do okay in those fights, but he got a couple more hits than I did. I got 15 points worth of damage, which means he only had one more punch and he'd have been down. In fact, if we watch the kill cam, which is kind of sad to watch, it will show his health as well. Well, that's even more glitchiness. But this is from his point of view. He was, what, 40% health left there? Now he's down to just that little bit. Oh, and when he hit me, it wasn't actually even lined up. But okay. The fist fighting is not really all that smooth yet. I'm not entirely sure that... I think there's some things in the game that could be improved before they do a full release. Obviously, the plane disappearing and dumping everybody. And the fighting, yeah, it's not very good on that, unfortunately. So we do have 2,800 of the battle points. I've already used 2 of the crates. This gives me enough for another one. I don't get too excited about the crates because the first, I don't know, 10 of them that you pick up are usually junk. It could contain any of these things. Usually it contains one of these. Stuff that I don't need. Usually a black shirt, black pants, stuff like that. But let's go ahead and pick it up, see what we get. Yes, I do have a crate. Give me the crate. There we go. Hey, Stacy, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Been a little while, but I also haven't done a stream for a while, so that would explain it. Really glad you could join in. Let's go ahead and open up the crate and see what we get. I don't pay for crates. Oh, white combat pants. I'm in a desert, so I'm not sure white's really the best color, but at least it's something different. We'll go ahead and look at the items that I have. I've got a bright red shirt, which is hard to miss. I'm doing great. There we go. Red shirt, white pants. That will blend right in. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. The only downside to today is I have to go to work, but that's the way it goes. So I can't really complain too much. Hope you're doing well. William was in here earlier. He might still be lurking around. That is very true. I used to use some of the lighter colored stuff, maybe like this one here with a white shirt or the gray, because what I found is the darker colors would cause so much of a contrast from the darker greens that I was running around in. So the lighter colors worked on that one. But yeah, maybe. There we go. No one will ever see me. Why not? I'll run it. It's not like I can do a whole lot worse. You can see my stats. I'm not doing great on this one. About 50% for kill-death ratio. I do have better stats on the main server, but I also have more experience with the way that game plays. Yeah, we do all have work. We all have responsibilities and obligations. Let's go ahead and jump in here. If I stand up in the sun, no one will see me. Maybe if I find the highest point in the map or something. Let's go ahead and jump in. Oh, I was gonna look up the before the plane decided to dump me out. Zoom. Let's see, PUBG. Yeah, the zeroing. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, I think everything in here says that it still works, which means that it's just the test server. Zooming and zeroing not working on test server. So yeah, that pretty well explains it. Yeah, so it looks like people are running the same thing. It only works on the 8 times or iron sights. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. I assume it's a bug rather than a feature, but devs have not commented, so we'll see. I hope they fix that, because 4 times is my favorite scope, and it really makes it impossible to use if you can't have... If you've reached the point where you kind of... Whoa, everyone's floating. If you depend on the ability to use the zeroing and that's what you're practiced with, then you kind of need that. You lose a pretty strong feature if you don't have it. So I'm going to go drop into Impala this time. Little favela type town. It'll be a little ways out of the flight path. Go ahead and, it's a little bit early, but I'm going to drop now because I don't have the patience to wait. Seems like a fair reason. So actually, the white, when you're in-game, kind of looks like a gray. That's not too bad. From the ground, I'd probably look like a cloud. A very dangerous cloud. I am not going to make it to Impala. So I'll just drop straight down to here. Alright, it's 11, little after 11 here where I'm at. I am going to need to get ready to go soon. Oh, this is the mining area, and I do have someone dropping in with me. Come on, game, don't kill me on the landing this time. Yep, the landing. This stuff right here is one of the most annoying things about this game. I'm stuck. I'm hitting F, it's not cutting it. Yeah, I've been killed while hovering in the air like that. There we go. Not a bad looking jacket, kind of goes with the outfit that I have. The helmet definitely doesn't. So we've got an AKM, which it's basically an AK, that's what I call it usually, and a micro Uzi. Definitely prefer the AK. But we got to get some more action going. We had some pretty good stuff going in the last match. Hopefully we can follow that up with a better performance. I know someone's over there. I also know that without a sight, this gun is going to be really hard to aim. Go ahead and switch to the shotgun and a backpack. There's some ammo for a gun I don't have. That seems useful. I dropped the wrong weapon earlier. Not good. Where's my AK? Alright. These people weren't very tidy. I like how they've got like, stuff laying on the floor, stuff laying on the crates, and yet the table is cleared off. Alright, well it's not safe, but let's go ahead and run towards the danger. Not a problem, Buddha. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate the support. I just saw him above. He sees me. Crap. I can't find anybody. That's so frustrating. This game, if you ever needed a reason, like something to get your blood pumping, this is the way to do it. An hour in, really need to get some kills. Let's take a quick look here. Got something on Discord. Oh, awesome. Hey, thanks for posting that link to Hitman on Discord, on Buddha Rock's Discord. I'll definitely check that out. I wasn't watching the kill cam, but, you know, I can only watch myself die so many times. Alright. Alright, well, we'll jump back in. See how much longer we can run this stream. Hey, Mighty Kratos 254. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out some of my other videos. I saw your comments there and definitely got some responses for you. Glad you're enjoying those videos and this. Hopefully you're enjoying this content as well. This is pretty cool. Some of that vaulting stuff that you can do. You can even cancel the vault and climb back down. Yeah, I don't blame you. Sleep sounds like a great idea right about now. Thanks for coming by, though. I really appreciate the support. You're always welcome here. And I'll definitely see you in the Discords and other streams. The chats in the other streams as well. Yeah. Oh man, I am tired. I'm glad to see that the white kind of looks gray and it's not like a blinding, super bright white, because that would really give you away. Then again, the bright colored yellow jumpsuits that people run around all the time in, that also gives you away, so yeah, I can't really say much to that. I would love to get a win on this while on a stream. That would be a lot of fun. I think that'd be a great experience for everyone here. Let's go ahead. It's in the flight path, so we might get someone, but let's check out the tunnel again. See what we can find. Go ahead and jump out now. We can drop pretty much straight down. which means we'll get down there very quickly. And, you know, while we're dropping, I want to give one more shout-out. I know I've already played it at the beginning, but I want to give one more shout-out to Insomniac Panda for his donation.
The need for speed.
That was during our last, during the last PUBG stream. I was not paying attention. I was watching the other screen. It's okay. We'll land wherever we land and go from there. Where am I at? Oh, I'm a long ways away. Okay. We'll come back to the tunnel on the way. I thought it was dropping straight down. It wasn't. Okay. Hey, Kratos, you might not want to put personal emails out there. You never know what you might get from other people, not just the person you're sending it to. So, no, that's just kind of something to keep in mind. We don't have a lot of activity here, and the people that are in here aren't the crazy type, aren't too crazy, but you never know. You could get stuff you don't want to receive, so keep that in mind. But we could definitely chat. It'd be good to talk with you. Alright. Yeah, no problem. It doesn't bother me. I just want to make sure that you are safe. That's what's most important there. The internet can be kind of a weird place sometimes. Well, so far, these barns have been good for a little bit of stuff, but nothing that actually fires ammunition. So game, why don't you find me a gun that, well, there we go. I say give me a gun and I'm not specific enough. I wanted something a little bigger than a pistol. But I'll take what I can get. There we go, an M16 will do it. My favorite gun in this game, even with the updates, is definitely still the M4. I find that that has been the most effective gun for me. But the M16 is a little better for distance, if you've got the right sights for it. Actually, that zeroing I was telling you about, you can see in the middle of the screen there. It does work for iron sights, up to 500 meters. So if you've got someone, and if we zoom in here where we're at, you see these little faint white lines. That gives you a box, and every box is about 100 meters across. So if I was standing right here, this is 100 meters. And you have 200, 300, 400, 500. So if someone was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If someone was all the way up here, actually pretty much over at the caves, about 500 meters away, and you had them dead set in the center of your iron sights, it would automatically adjust for the bullet drop. Now, 500 meters for iron sights is a little crazy, especially if you're running and gunning, but it is a feature. When you have the sights, it makes more sense because then you can make adjustments to the scope, so I can understand that concept a little better. Yeah, Mighty, this is actually... what I did was I bought a used computer, like a refurbished computer, that had the i7-3770 processor with the motherboard and RAM that's in it right now, the 16 gigabytes of RAM. I think it's the 1333 megahertz, so it's not the super fast one, but it's done its job pretty well. And then it originally didn't come with a graphics card. It just had the onboard graphics card that came with the processor, which is good for non-gaming stuff. That's about it. And from there, let's see, what else did it have? It had a generic case. And actually, let me bring up my specs here on my screen. And actually, I'll just grab it. It's in the description, but I'll also go ahead and drop it in the chat. If I do that, it'll be really confusing. But okay, so it came with what I described there, a lower end power supply. It's actually the 1600 megahertz RAM, but it was a pretty good setup. It was a good basic computer, and I wanted to run it for games, so I originally I actually got a graphics card from a coworker of mine, for like 20 bucks. And it was an old HD 6950 2 GB card, and that would run some of the games. Once I started getting into Grand Theft Auto with the mods, I decided, you know, I just need to have a little more power behind it so I can run some higher settings. So after I actually ended up getting a Christmas bonus, and I was able to put that towards the GTX 1070 from Gigabyte, the Windforce edition, so it's overclocked. Not the highest end, but it's been running great. I have never, other than some of the mods that you get with GTA, LSPDFR, and related mods, that'll sometimes lower my frames per second. But overall, this game runs almost consistently at a solid 60 frames per second, other than some of the server side problems. And overall, other than the mods, I have never felt like, man, I wish I had gone with a little bit more powerful graphics card. I'm sure eventually that will change, but I've decided to go with a little bit higher end and went with the 1070 to kind of future-proof it so I don't have to replace it anytime soon. So we're going to make the run. I don't see any vehicles nearby. I'm stuck on something, aren't I? Yep, there we go. Nice thing is, if you've got an auto run key, so you can tell it to run while you're not watching the screen. It is part of the game. It's not a modification to it. So perfectly legit. We're going to run up, check these houses. We're well within the circle, so we'll check the houses and then move to the tunnels, and hopefully no one else has found their way over there yet. So yeah, overall, oh yeah, I forgot one other feature to the computer that I started out with a 1 terabyte hard drive, regular hard drive. And since then, I have purchased and installed a 240 gigabyte solid state drive, as well as two other.
You can be my wingman anytime.
Whoa, we got a sub. Let me see which one. Brooklyn Nightingale, thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate that. It's so exciting to see that pop up. When the music starts playing, I just kind of lose complete focus on the game, and you know, I'm perfectly fine with that. Thank you so much for joining. That brings us up to an 83 subscribers so far. Thank you. You'll see your name actually is going to be up on the top left of the screen. It's already there, actually, by the looks of it. Welcome. So I was talking about the hard drive and the stuff for the computer. I have two 1 terabyte drives and the solid state drive of 240 gig. I have another 1 terabyte drive kind of sitting off to the side right now because I've run out of SATA ports. Because I've also got an optical drive in the computer. It's not required. Most people don't use them anymore, but occasionally I need to have the ability to run a regular drive. Yeah, the texture on the vehicle. If that's talking about the skin that I put on there, yeah, I would be curious to see what parts you're talking about. I'm always looking to improve that. If it's the vehicle model texture, that's something that definitely needs some work. I've talked with Torres, the developer of that vehicle, and he is still actively working on it. He released it in a beta stage so that people can test it out and kind of help him out with getting it figured out. He's also learning from some people that build vehicles on a regular basis. So hopefully in the near future it will be upgraded, because I definitely know like the doors need to be adjusted so they fit a little better. I had a little bit of trouble with that myself, playing it with the doors being so rough. And the hood's a little off, but he'll get it figured out. I have good faith in him. He also did another vehicle before this one that was unique. It was the Jeep Wrangler, which looks really good for a park ranger vehicle. So if you're looking for new vehicles for your LSPDFR that's a little bit unique and you're looking to support a new developer to LSPDFR. Definitely check him out. It's Tors with 3 Z's at the end. I actually found him originally through YouTube. I was looking around. It's funny enough, I was looking for a Durango, and I had been looking for one for about a month, or not a month, a year, because the skin that I created, that Tippecanoe County Sheriff's Office skin, was actually based on a request by a member of LCPDFR by the name of Trout38. He's also got a YouTube channel as well. I can't recall the name of it at the moment. I'm just kind of playing the game and talking, so I'm not thinking too clearly. But he requested the skin because it was a neighboring agency to his, and we got that all set up. It was for all of Captain 14's city and sheriff's cars. And once I found that vehicle, I went ahead and contacted him, let him know, hey, I'm working on this for you. And he was pretty excited about it as well. So we will see how that develops as time goes on. So here's another good example. We've found 2 scars since we've been in here. A Mini 14, a level 2 helmet, bandages, and we've only been in here for a couple minutes. So this is a good place if you drop in and you need to find gear immediately. There we go. There's an M16 sitting up here with some more ammo. 3 boxes. Yeah, BX Bugs does have good vehicles. I find that some of them are just a little outdated. Actually, what I've found, personally... Whoa, look at this. We've got M16 with a bunch of ammo, an AK with a bunch of ammo. Perfect. Okay, back to the vehicles. He's got some good vehicles. I like having vehicles that are in a pack. Multiple vehicles put together. My favorite, by far... and I will always stand by this, the user is J.J. Dawkins. If you haven't seen his vehicles before, check them out. I use, except for the Durango, because that's a unique vehicle to the game, but every vehicle I use, pretty much, consistently anyways, unless it's a special item, is going to be from J.J. Dawkins. The quality, the lighting, everything about it is just, it's on point. I love the way they look, I love the way they feel, and people seem to really enjoy them, so that's what I'm going to continue to run with. Unfortunately, he doesn't... I think right now he may have had everything pulled down again. It's a little bit back and forth, but if you do happen to catch a time where he uploads it, it's worth getting him. I have every one of his uploads since he started out, as far as I know, and I have not regretted using them. Yeah, the Scar is a great gun, both in real life and in the game. Let's see, I'm running about 150 rounds and 180 rounds. I don't really need more ammo. And I'm running out of space in my level 2 backpack. More shotguns, more ammo. Just a whole collection of stuff. I don't need this. Actually, I'll pick up that shotgun ammo just on the off chance that I need it for the sidearm. Shots, I'm gonna guess, since that was up north, it's probably in the town. Especially since the town is pretty much, well, it was the center of the circle. Alright, well, I know I didn't clean out this cave as thoroughly as I could have. But I'm also pretty well loaded up. There's not a whole lot more that I need. I don't need any more bandages, don't need any more ammo. I could use some first aids, but I haven't seen any of those in here. I'd also love to find right there. That is exactly what I was hoping to find. A suppressor for the Scar. Glad I didn't leave. I almost did. But that will make this gun almost... They won't be able to tell where I'm shooting from if I get the drop on them. It's not completely quiet, but it'll make it a lot more difficult. When am I going to do another one? Good question. Today's Friday, so weekends are usually pretty busy for me because it's the time that I have off at the same time as my wife. And family time really takes a priority over anything else, especially computer. Got to keep that time set aside so that I'm not causing any problems there. I do enjoy spending time with my family. It's grown recently. We've got a 2-month-old who's currently in the other room. Probably and I'm hearing a cat just outside my door as well. But with a family, I can't dedicate a lot of time, but I will definitely be doing another stream soon. I might have to make it like a Monday or Tuesday, potentially. Oh, that's what I'll plan for. Yeah, life really is too short. You pretty much get to focus on a couple different things. You know, some people make their main priority work, others family, others entertainment. Some people actually dedicate some time to sleep. I wish I did sometimes, but you know, I'm pretty happy with where things are at. So you'll notice that now that I'm leaving the tunnel here, pretty well loaded up. This stretch of road between the houses and the tunnels usually have some kind of vehicle. We've got shots up north. But we've got a bike here. It's really bad if you're going to drive slow to drive this thing because you're a target. You're a very easy target. Oh, there's someone right there. No, 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 no. 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 Oh, perfect example of what I was talking about there. If I had been driving slowly, I'd have been dead. I need to get to cover, need to heal, use up my 1 first aid, and I'm just inside the circle. You know, I was thinking that truck would be better cover for driving through here. But he was using it as cover. That got exciting fast. Oh, there he's right there. How did he survive that? What? No. Oh, that had to be a second person. Oh, man. I'm frustrated. Hit him 3 times, but it wasn't enough damage. Let's watch the kill cam. See what happened there. Yeah, that 2-tone faded charger, that was one that I put together. It was a completely separate person, that's why. I was pinched in, but oh, there was 4 people. If you look at the mini-map there. There was nothing I could do about that. That charger, though, that's a skin that I put together just for myself. Nothing specific to it. Didn't have a reason to make it for anyone else, and it wasn't based off of any department. Completely custom. Glad you liked it, though. That is one that I've been using for all of my sheriff's cars. The city cars is the setup for the black with the gold. That one's based off of the West Buchel, Kentucky department, which they usually run a blue car, and some of them are 2-tone black with blue. It's a light blue. That is available on LCPDFR. I uploaded that one. But I've decided to customize it for myself with the black and the gold, or the white and the gold, because just personal preference. I know Buddha Rocks also uses that West Buchel skin. He uses it with the white and black, sometimes with the black 2-tone, but otherwise it's the white with the gold stripes. Making skins is just something I've really enjoyed. I like going into the extra detail to make sure that everything looks right. So yeah, fun little facts there. All right, well, hopefully we'll run one more really good long run. If it comes down to it, we can. If we do a really short one, maybe we'll do 2. Just kind of depends. I do need to get ready for work here shortly. I'd love to be able to do this for work. If I could do this and still pay bills, I'd be doing this instead. Unfortunately, that's just not really an option right now. One factor to that is that, sorry, I'm looking through Discord here for just a moment. As I was saying there, they require 10,000 views on videos before you can monetize anything. And even once you start monetizing, it's a pretty small number. So I'm not expecting it to pay my bills. Well, we got 1 dislike. That's too bad. But we do have 3 likes. So be sure to like it if you enjoy the stream. And if you don't, that's fine. This is something that I'm just trying out, seeing if you guys like it. I'm having fun with it, either way. Hey, Tasha, welcome back. I'm sorry that it didn't give you the notification. If you do want to keep up with the notifications on my stream, there is the bell next to the subscribe button. Feel free to click that. That's always a good way to keep up with things. But yeah, glad you made it, Tasha. So far, we have had a kill. It's been a little bit rough. This game is just one of those kinds of experiences. We're just going to drop right into the middle of town this time. Planning on 2 short rounds. We'll see how it goes. See if anyone else drops with us. There's the plane. There's a couple parachutes over there. Oh, that's really weird. Yeah, I'm sorry that YouTube did that. You just never know with YouTube. That's why I go into the Discords and try to at least post in the self-promotion so that people are also aware of it. But I'm glad you made it for part of the stream. The OSPDFR mini-map texture, realistic. Yeah, that one, the 4K, I think they call it the 4K realistic satellite map. I'll have to look up the name of the author of that, because off the top of my head, I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, Will was in here earlier. I'm not sure where he took off to. He might still be lurking around. I haven't seen him in the chat for a while. Let's go ahead and bring up 4K. There it is. So that map mod with the map and the mini-map is from Designer Apps, is the name of the user. So I'll go ahead and post the link in there for you. There you go. It's obviously not being used here. It's actually the map for GTA with the satellite map there is very similar to the style of topographic view that we have here, where you can see the elevations and such. So a similar effect for another game. And I've really enjoyed doing the streams for LSPDFR. I think streams are a little more entertaining in some ways than just doing a video, because there's the interaction. Tough part with that is then when you get crashes, you can't edit anything out. So, yeah, it requires some patience for everybody. Alright, there's a first aid. Those are always important to have. You just never know when you're going to need it. Right now I'm running 2 shotguns. Not really ideal. I guess we'll grab that too, since we're running 2 shotguns at the moment. Hey, Mighty Kratos, are you active on LSPDFR at all? Do you play? Do any videos maybe? I'm sure there's some people that would love to check that out if you're doing that. Sorry, I'm checking my phone there real quick. Keep up with activities going on here and everywhere else at home. Or in home life anyways. Alright. Now I'm finding the towns just don't quite have the gear that some of those other drops that we've done have. Like the tunnel, as referenced in the title there. We've been there a couple times, and both times I've walked out of there very happy with the loot. Well, that's okay, not a problem. I'm glad that you enjoy watching them, and I'm glad you found my channel. Hopefully it's got some unique material that you really enjoy, like the skins especially. Is one feature that I can provide that others don't necessarily have, because I'll use my own skins that I use. Always looking for more ideas for what kind of videos people would enjoy as far as themes for it. Like if it's like I did that gang task force, the gang suppression unit video, which was pretty intense, a lot of shooting involved. It was kind of like playing this game. Everyone you see wants to shoot at you. All right. So we do have an M16 now. Interesting. It gives me the... Oh, there it goes. I was going to say, it gives me the option to open the door. A med kit. Those are pretty rare. That will heal you up 100% instead of the 75% that most guns will... Or no, most first aid will do for you. It's an excellent time passer. That's actually how I found it originally, was I found it while I was at work. I had a coworker refer me to it, and we were watching it on some downtime, and I got hooked. I started out watching the usuals. You had Jeff Faviano, Polecat324, and the rest of Code Zero Gaming. I kind of branched away from them a little bit because I found they're a little too big for me. You can't get a conversation with anybody. Hey, Jokes! Natho, good to see you. Glad you could make it to the stream. I'm doing great. Just not wanting to go to work. That's about the only thing bothering me right now. Alright, so there's a better shotgun. I'm going to swap that out. Effectively works like an AR, except that it fires 12-gauge shotgun rounds. It's weird the door shut behind me. Yeah, you can use extended magazines for this, which I find to be really unusual. Go from 5 rounds up to 8 rounds. We're still just inside the circle. Suppressor for an SMG. I'm finding a lot of SMG gear, not finding the gun. The saw, yeah, the M249, that is an excellent gun. I'm not quite as accurate with it, but I guess I could say that I'm not all that accurate with a lot of guns. Okay, we got energy drink. Not a whole lot there. Wow, Jokes, you definitely don't have to, but that is exciting. I love to hear that. I love to see it. As you can see with Insomniac Panda up here on the screen. And I'll go ahead and hit that one more time, just to show him how much I appreciate what he did for me there. This is what will pop up.
I feel the need for speed.
That will pop up each time that anyone donates. I really appreciate that. That is by far the last time that happened. I just kind of froze. It surprised me. It was exciting. I enjoyed it. It kind of boosted the chat too, because then everyone was talking about it. Definitely, you'll get a shout out with that. Yeah, it definitely does. Makes it tough to aim at all, which means you have to kind of fire it in bursts, but the large magazine capacity is very nice. Kind of balances that out. Let's do a crazy jump here. It didn't even hurt. I'm surprised. Got anything we can use here? Good, actually. We can use both of those. Both extended magazines. So that will give me 8 rounds of 12 gauge, sorry, and 40 rounds of 5.56. We just have a lot of stuff we can't use. Eventually, I reach the point where I decide I'm going to go ahead and start dropping some of the extras because I just can't use it and it's taking up space. I also like having some of those extra items just in case. But let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's all right. I know that not everyone does it for the fame, and that actually makes it even more special for me, because then that means exactly like what you said there. You're doing it to support the channel, support the family, and that's what it'll go to. Every little bit, you know, unless there's a special event where we're trying to raise money to maybe get a game specific for the channel, I haven't done that before, but I might do that at some point. But as it is, every bit that has been donated so far has been sent towards pretty much making sure that the rent, not rent, but the house payment and or supplies for the baby are taken care of. And I mean, my wife and I are both working, so childcare is also involved there. So overall, it's been, what's going on? Come on, pick it up. I want the extended quick draw. There we go. But yeah, it's those kinds of donations. I really can't explain how much that helps. Thank you again. Alright, well, we've been running around. We've run out of space, so we will start dropping some of this stuff we don't need. We're probably not going to find an SM... You know, I just realized I did see an SMG recently. There it is right there. I will go ahead and take that instead of the shotgun. Strictly for the fact that I have the option to have it silenced. Silenced. Extended mags, vertical foregrip, and a red dot. So we just completely maxed that item out. Oh yeah, the Barrett is an excellent gun, super high powered. I haven't played a game that had one of those in a while, but I'm kind of surprised they haven't brought one into this game yet. Well, I do really appreciate that. Sometimes I wonder if because my voice is my voice, it's just what it is. I feel like sometimes people listen to it and go, well, this is kind of boring. It's not the hyped up, super excited, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. GM Anton Z, for example, LSPDFR streamer and video, or just content creator. He has the personality for streaming. He's awesome. Fun to watch, fun to chat with. And it works. People love it. I don't have that kind of, and it's not that I'm not enthusiastic, but I don't have that kind of enthusiasm. Especially, you'll hear in some of my videos where I'm a little quieter. That's because I'm probably streaming or recording while family is at home, or at night. After I get home, it gives me a chance to de-stress a little bit, record, and have some fun, and provide some extra stuff for you guys to see. But I have to be a little quieter. Don't want to be waking up the baby, don't want to wake up my wife. So, if you like the voice, that makes me feel even better about it. So, thank you. Yeah, Jeff Fabiano, he's definitely the showman. And he's got the following to back that up. It helps in situations like that. Now, I've never really watched his live stream. I kind of stopped watching his stuff before, and I still watch it on occasion. If nothing else, it gives me some inspiration and ideas of what I might be able to use in a stream for everyone else. But I find his enthusiasm and interaction with people is really good. I don't know how he does in a live stream, if he keeps up with the chat. One of the things I find with big streamers is big streamers can't keep up with the chat. Like, I'm keeping up with it while I'm playing. Admittedly, is probably part of the reason why I die occasionally, and I don't mind. But oh no, here we go. Get in the building. He only hit me once. Sounded like it was coming from over there. I could be wrong. Love to get a kill right about now. Smoke. At least it'll give me an idea of where he's coming from. Another ump with some more ammo. Yeah, there's the smoke right there. It wasn't too far off from where I thought he was. There he is up on the roof. He actually gave himself away with the smoke. Missed him every time, but... Alright, well, he does know where I am, but he already kind of did, so at least now I know where he is. There's a better scope. That will help. He's still hanging out up there, or has he jumped down? Just not really in the best of positions to be fighting him. Yeah, I agree. The bigger chats, they're just not as much fun. Steve the Gamer, I haven't really watched Stoner Steve much, unless that's the same one with a different name. But some of those guys that just have hundreds of thousands of people watching, I don't know. I can try to get involved in the chat and no one can hear me, and I just kind of move on. I'm just going to get bored with it. If it's a live stream, you should be able to interact with them. Now, if you're just putting up a video, yeah, it makes sense to have a huge channel for it. That's okay. I don't expect it to get that big either. I don't think it's going to be so big that I can't keep up with the chat. If it does, that'll be a whole new experience in my life. But I like being able to have a quiet conversation with everybody here. And it gives me a chance to kind of look back at it and make sure I'm not missing anything. What is that? I'm perfectly lined up with him. Oh, that's irritating. I can't hit him. I even tried aiming above his head. Oh, that's right. Stoner Steve. I do remember that. I do remember... Whoa. Big Mama Juju was a very popular character of his. Huh. Let's try swapping over to... It didn't switch it. Okay. Let's try the red dot. See if that's any different. I can't get it to put the red dot on the gun. This is probably a test server thing. Okay, jokes, not a problem. No, take your time. I'm just here having fun. It's having fun with you guys out here. If you need to take care of stuff, take care of yourself. Not a problem at all. Go ahead and heal up. I'm going to have to move soon. The circle's a long ways away. He shouldn't be more than about 100 meters away, so I should be able to hit him. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But I better start moving. Otherwise, I'm going to die by the circle instead of by him. Make sure that's not an M4. Okay, it's not. Go ahead and switch this back over. Yeah, that's one thing that Code Zero Gaming had going for them, is they were very entertaining. They had some great characters, and they always interacted so well. Another group I really enjoy is Cuffs Gaming. That's going to be your GM Anton Z, Buddha Rocks, some other people that we've seen in here before. Darkmire Gaming. The Prone guy was in there for a while. But we've got many others. They've got many others. Hey, Drake, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad you could make it. Great to see you. I'm glad you could make it, because I know that you've been wanting to see one of these streams for a while. Go ahead and toss him a little care package here. Oh, I got him! Yes! Oh, I don't believe that worked. I think that's the first time I've just got someone with a random grenade like that. I knew right about where he was. Yeah! You know he's looking at the kill cam going, what the hell was that? Got him! Alright, that made this this particular match so worth it. Even if I gave myself away and I die by the circle and, you know, everything else goes to hell. That was nice. Ah, circle, go away. I don't know what he thought he was going to do. He was going to die by the circle, too. You can't hang out on top of that building and let the circle kill you without... or get that close to you without killing you. So now we just hope we find a vehicle. The circle is not going to be forgiving. I see a vehicle, but I think that's a dead one. So is that one. Yeah, he probably thought it's raining grenades or something. I kind of wish there was a kill cam view for me to see my kill. Like how I killed him, because that was perfect. Let's go ahead and we're going to boost up here with an energy drink or two. I have a first aid, I have the med kit, so I should be able to make it there. Yeah, you know, so am I. That guy was so frustrating. I don't know why I can't seem to hit him. I thought I had him lined up multiple times. I should have at least made contact with him once. It never did. We're not going to find a vehicle out here, so this is going to hurt. Go ahead and keep running. I may die, but you know I got a kill out of it with a grenade, and that's what really made that exciting. Let's go ahead and use this now. Hopefully I didn't wait too long. Holding my breath. Oh, good thing I had the energy drink in there, otherwise that would not have worked. They've made it so that the circle hurts you a lot more than it used to, as we're seeing the end result right now. Drake, I'm really glad that you were here for that, because you can try to say, well, yeah, I hit someone with a random grenade and it was great, but actually seeing it on stream was even better. Oh, man. That got me pumped up. Absolutely. That's a highlight. That's right up there with the donation that I got from Insomniac Panda the other day, about a week ago. It definitely brightened me up, too. I'm feeling good. Let's go ahead and use the med kit. Takes a little longer for that one, but it'll heal me 100%. I am so close to that circle, but in 40 seconds it's going to run away again. Pretty sure the circle is the worst part of this game sometimes. Because it's not that I don't want to be in the circle. It's that I was pinned down. There was no good way to get there. And it's kind of sad to die to a circle. Like I see someone running across the open out there, off to the 260. I can't do anything about him. I see a buggy down there. But the circle's about to move again. Oh man, and all I have is bandages, which you can't heal on the move, which makes it really tough. And bandages don't do a whole lot this stage of the game because with the circle, because it will hurt more than you can heal. I definitely am, Tasha. I don't know if you saw it, Tasha, but I ended up got a random grenade kill. I had a guy that I was fighting up on a rooftop. Couldn't hit him. Finally looped around, came up with a grenade, tossed it up onto the roof. Oh, come on. I don't want to die that way. You jerk. You jerk. Get in, get in. I told him to get in 3-4 times. Ah. Okay. That's okay. Okay, you got it. You got me. You got me. Calm down. Oh, I think he's still firing because he thinks that I didn't die yet. He doesn't know that the circle killed me. He didn't get credit for it. I bet he's mad. I think the kill cam will only show me running and then dying because the circle got me. Well, that's okay. It didn't exactly go the way we were hoping. It didn't really go the way he was hoping either. I don't know where he was probably over at the building there. Oh no, he was coming down the hill behind me. Kind of a foolish thing to do. Okay. Well, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for me. I have to get ready for work. Have to get the baby ready because we need to head over to drop her off. Actually, I need to leave in about a half an hour, so I do need to go. He was back behind me, Drake. He was, if you saw on the mini-map there, it actually showed his circle and where he was shooting from, which is kind of a handy thing. But he got me from behind while we were trying to run for the circle. I don't know what he was waiting for. Guess he figured it was better to get a kill than to survive. But that's alright. We got a pretty good kill there. That was a lot of fun. Really had a great time talking with you guys. Thanks for joining me. Hope you had a great time. And I'll definitely... I do have one plan, if you guys are still there. What I'm planning on doing is... I've got a new sub goal. And I should have put that in the title. But I've got a goal. It's a little bit lofty. But right now we are sitting at... Double check here. You guys probably see it really easy. I don't have it easily on the screen. But we are... Oh, it says I'm on YouTube Gaming. Okay, well, I've got 83. I think we're at 83. If that's the case, my goal is going to be 100. It's a bit of a jump from where we're at right now and a good step forward. But at 100, what I want to do is I will actually... set up. I'm at 85. Awesome. Even better. Thank you, Tasha, for the update. That's even better news because we're even that much closer to the goal of 100. Because that goal is all leading up to starting up a Discord channel server, so that you'll be able to join that, and I'll be able to have my own announcements. I don't have to be leeching off of other people's Discord channels, which I kind of feel bad doing that. They're servers. They always have, you know, the self-promotion stuff. But this way, if you're looking to make sure that you catch my streams, you'll be able to have a Discord notification for when the stream is being posted. And I'll get some bots set up so that every time I start up a stream, it will post that, and it'll be ready to go. Hope you guys enjoy that, and we'll have some general chat. In fact, I've already started working on the layout of it, so it should be completely finished by the time we get it started. But it'll be kind of a, I guess you could say, a military theme channel, or yeah, channel names. Right now we've got the server guidelines, introductions, the mess hall, which is going to be the general chat, favorite games, and the media depot, meaning pictures, videos, anything that's we're going to keep it as appropriate as possible. We're going to, you know, family friendly. That's what I want to keep this channel as. That's what I want to keep the Discord as. So, you know, if we can keep it that way, great. We'll definitely get some mods to keep an eye on things. But I know that we can work together, keep things good. No, we're not going to have any of that, Drake. It's going to be, like, I try to keep this channel as clean as I can, both in conversation, images, games. Granted, I say that and I play Grand Theft Auto, but I try to stay out of the content that's just not appropriate. You know, I've got a family. I wouldn't want my family, whether my immediate family or my parents, my wife's parents, if they're going to see this content, I want it to be family-friendly, positive, encouraging, and, you know, what better way to do that than to have it set up where we can have friendly chat, good conversation, and just some positive experiences for everybody. I learned this kind of stuff. I mean, I've always kind of felt this way, but there's a streamer that I really enjoy watching that plays PUBG a lot. He also does some Fortnite lately and some beta games, but he's going through some tough times right now, but he is one of the most positive, upbeat, friendly people on YouTube. Maybe you've heard of him through PUBG, but his username is MashStars. In fact, you know, I know he's not in here, but I want to go ahead and grab his link real quick. He was one of the inspirations to stream a game at all, and along with Buddha, Rox, and the Cuffs crew. But this guy especially, he's been doing so much for everybody. His catchphrase, like, every time someone joins his chat, it's, "You're awesome, I love you, thanks for joining." He's awesome, so much fun, encouraging. If you're looking for just kind of more of an upbeat experience online, this is the guy to watch. Match Stars. He's really good at PUBG, really good at Fortnite, so something to check out. So, thank you again for joining. I really appreciate all the support. I'm going to go ahead and head out. You guys have a great day, and I'll probably see you guys in some of the Discord channels or videos, as I am going to be heading to work, and I need something to keep myself busy. Alright, you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next stream.